Libra. The gales be roaring outside, but they're no match for your wizardry. You've become quite the master of change, I have to say, and change is a coming, Libra. It's blowing in. The gales are finally starting to stir out there. I think it's going to be a stormy night, but some of us like the storm. Some of us are riders on the storm. I dig it. All right. This energy coming in, it's an interesting energy coming in for you, Libra, but I have to say, on your pre-shuffle, I had Justice and I had the Fool come out. So you're bringing something to a closure and you're about to start down a whole new road. Ah, yes, you did have the World as well. Okay, so there could be something you're bringing to closure with a fixed sign energy. That could be Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. The world is turned and now it's time to open up a new road, all right? And it's a brand new road, okay? Where you're heading, it's a brand new story, okay? This is something that you've never experienced before. I don't care if you're still in a relationship or if you're renewing a connection or if you're reuniting with somebody or if you're single as a Pringle, it doesn't matter. Whatever's happening here, it hasn't ever happened before. It's brand new. It's totally brand new. We're diving into a little love read, just a love bite of a wild card read for the Libra collective. And this is for any significant Libra placement. Also, if you have a prominent placement in the 7th house or if you are an Aries rising, that makes you a Libra descendant, okay? A lot of downloads coming in for you right now. I mean, I think it's coming in for the collective pretty strong too. We have to say that Libra is in the South Node, so this is one of these reads where the collective can benefit and where Libra can be a teacher in this regard, right? We have to look at that role when we're looking at the nodes of destiny because the nodes are the shining star right now, especially with Venus in play. And on the 17th, we got Venus conjunct North Node. Venus is your ruler, Libra, so you know you got a date with destiny coming up here. Yes, and look at this. I love this. In this deck, the 2 of Wands is actually a blockage, but you got it in reverse. The blocks are lifted on that day. Look for your road to open that day. There's some clue. There's something that comes in that opens the road. Opens a road that's long been closed off to you. Okay, so let's see what's coming in here, Libra. What's coming in with these Venus conjunctions, this triad of Venus conjunctions for Libra to alter their love story. Well, we got a Knight of Wands here. Okay, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ready to swoop in, comes bearing gifts, comes bearing a salamander, I see. All right, very interesting. So really coming in with the heat. Also wanting to transform something, okay? Wanting to transform something here. It has to do with a vision, okay? A vision away from moving forward in a situation. Yes, and to relieve a particular burden, all right? I think that you just feel like you're carrying just too much weight here. Too much weight from the past maybe as well. Like there's been a lot you've been carrying around. You've been wanting to move forward towards some new beginning, but you're feeling really overburdened. It hasn't been easy. I feel like somebody's bringing something in to like help transform this situation where you're not going to feel so burdened anymore. It's going to help you move forward in a new way. I got like travel light, okay? You're not going to be carrying all this stuff with you. Like, what is this? What is all this you're carrying with you, Libra? What is this 10 of Wands about for Libra in regard to their love life? You've probably been a little bit in the dark too as far as your love life. Maybe you've kind of eclipsed that part of your life. Some of you, you've just been focusing on other things. You've just been doing the work, man, you know? You got your boots on, you put one foot in front of the other, you're just doing what needs to be done. Some of you have been sort of bound by duty, I got, in your life, like, and you may feel that responsibility with your position in the South Node, okay? But you've also been in the dark about a situation, like you don't know what somebody wants, you don't know what they're feeling, you don't know what's going on with them, you haven't maybe been communicating with this person or seen this person. Oh, but there's a love story brewing here. Somebody don't want to sit under that apple tree with anyone else but you, Libra, okay? Gemini energy here. So there is a love story brewing. I love how this tarot of the owls has like a little different feel from traditional tarot. Okay, so this is like a seed that was planted long ago. It's grown into something that's going to bear a lot of fruit. All right. It's something that also may have led you down a garden path in the past. I got this. Okay, this piece here. I think of apples, I also associate them with temptation, even though technically they are not the tempting fruit that was indulged in from the tree of knowledge. That was actually the pomegranate, all right? So this energy coming in here, Lilith energy coming in here. I know we got some interesting transit going on with Lilith this month. I feel like understanding your Lilith placement is very important for you in terms of these Venus transits right now, Libra. Look where you have Lilith in your chart, okay? There's something to understand there, and I'll figure it out. I know there's a very significant Lilith transit happening though, and I'll pin it in the comments for you. I feel like it's factoring in very strongly for this South Node work. And it makes sense, okay? It makes sense, especially when we look at the journey of Lilith, and we do have on the 23rd, we have a full moon in Scorpio. It's the moon of primal forces. Something deeply transformational is happening at that time. And following that, what date is that? It's on the 29th. We have Venus entering Taurus, okay? So sticking to your guns, standing up for, what is, what you're truly invested in terms of love, like where you can give and where you can't, like where it's like, no, this is where I draw the line. There's a lot of boundary stuff coming in, I have to say, around love. It's coming in for the collective as a whole, as an overarching theme. I feel like there's somebody in particular in your situation, I got sentience, where you really do need to define boundaries, okay? But there's something that's transforming here. You're moving beyond a particular thorny issue, all right? And maybe it is time that you're getting to the sweetness of the bloom. Let's see how this is panning out, okay? Because there's a lot of elements in play here. 9 of Cups, bottom of the deck. I think something that does, constitute what you would call wish fulfillment. There's at least an opportunity for like some personal gratification here. Somebody may be having a bit of an I told you so moment. Okay, what's this about? What's coming in here? What's coming in here for Libra with these Venus transits and how it's going to affect their love life? So far, we got fire sign on the board here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We got Gemini energy in the mix here. All right, what's coming in for Libra in matters of the heart in relation to love? In relation to love. I just heard running up that hill, Kate Bush. I don't know why I looked over at this card and I see this owl with these 10 wands and they're going up this hill. It reminded me of that song. You're living out that song. That's your montage song right now. You got to check out the lyrics. That song is actually pretty poignant, okay? There's something coming in here. I think the collective as a whole, too, with Libra and the South Node is running up that hill. Yes, we want to achieve that moment of making that stone of destiny sing out because we've properly put the crown back on our head. We've recovered the Emperor energy. Ooh, and just as I said, that flipped up in the middle of the deck. Look at this. Strength. So yes, there's something you're rising above. It is something that held you down in the past. It's something you had a lot of challenge with, you know. It took a lot of strength to overcome this. It also took a lot of strength just to arrive at this point where maybe you could even be open to healing this issue, staring down this particular fear in matters of love. There could be a Leo factoring into your situation. There might even be like some kind of healing happening here. You're overcoming a particular issue in this situation. Something is being transformed. You're rising above it, okay? This could be an issue where you held a lot of bitterness or resentment, maybe even anger in the past, and you're just like, you're rising above it. You recognize, I don't want to hold on to these feelings anymore, because if I hold on to these feelings, all it's going to do is just like weigh me down, and I don't want to be weighed down anymore. I want to be free of this burden. Yeah, maybe you've been carrying that around for a long time, just like a lot of misgivings, or, you know, just a lot of feelings of it not being fair. This is kind of how it's coming through. It's not fair how things have been like panning out. Like, it just feels like maybe in some cases you felt like the chips have been a bit stacked against you, you know, or you got like just dealt a real rough hand. You're tired of it always being such drudgery, man. Does Cinderella ever get to go to the ball? Does she? Does she? Oh, she may. We got the Eight of Wands there, okay? So something will be moving forward within a couple months. Lucky you, you know, you're one of those signs that is getting that confirmation. For me, Eight of Wands, big confirmation. 2-month transformation portal here, okay? You're about to enter this portal of transformation. It's an initiation of sorts, but first you have to get beyond the gate, which is, you know, really dropping this weight you've been carrying from the love stories of the past, right? And there could be a Leo factoring into this situation. There could be a Gemini factoring into this situation. There could be a fire sign energy that's kind of initiating this, you know, wants to see a transformation in this situation, and is willing to, you know, own their piece in that too, right? Interesting. Let's get some more details. Give some more details about the opportunity that comes through here. I do feel like you're closing up a difficult chapter in your love story, and there's something new that's wanting to come through, a brand new direction. But this landed right on top of that strength card and the burden. And I can tell already that this card is in reverse. It was at the crossroads. So this could have been something that was blocking your way and was preventing you from really resolving this past issue that was keeping you from moving forward in love. And perhaps it was blocking you, but this is moving on the downturn. So it looks like there's some kind of judgment that's being made in this situation. What is this? Justice. Yeah, there was some kind of injustice that was done in the past. And that injustice is being resolved, and it gives you some freedom. Okay, this could be in relation to a particular burden that was put on you in the past from this blockage, okay? And there's finally like this energy is being turned around here. Some of you also, you know, you had your own karma, you know, that you had to clear out too. There was something you had to overcome, a burden you had to bear as well. And you brought balance to that. And there may be, you know, something that as a result is also balancing it out for another. Either way, I kind of like this energy. I feel where there was opposition before, okay, with somebody from your past. You both had your own kind of like burdens you had to carry in relation to that. And I feel like it's something that weighed both of you down. And this is almost like being freed of somebody that you viewed as like the nemesis, or, you know, the antagonist in your story, right? But you each learned something through this opposition with each other in this love story. You did. And there's something that was transformed there. And yes, it was an injustice, but you both felt your own sense of injustice in this situation, even though you may not see it that way. And where there were injustices, those have been balanced out now. It's sort of like it's time to like give it up, you know, give it up to the South Node. It's time to just like let it go. There's no need to balance anything out. And it's kind of interesting in a way. Do you see the way that they're looking at each other? It's sort of like there's a recognition. It's interesting the way that that's coming through. It's like there's a recognition of, yeah, we both went through that, you know? There's sort of like, it's interesting. There's a little bit of an understanding about a certain growth process that was facilitated as a result, right? And there are two coming together here, all right? So where there was injustice that was caused by some kind of like outside interference, I do see it's being resolved. And there is an admiration. It's interesting. There's this weird admiration that comes through as a result of that, like the lessons you learned from the challenger on your path, the way it helps you actually become ready for a love like this. I got vice versa too, all right? It's really a kind of potent energy here. Oh, tell me more, Libra. Tell me, oh, look at bottom of the deck there, the Fool. And yeah, you travel light. You're moving forward. You're moving forward into the future. It looks like you're ready to take that leap too, you know? You're ready to take the leap. It's really cool. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. What's going on here? What is this new beginning, this new chapter opening up in Libra's love story in relation to the Spirit? What's this? Kind of on the downturn, crossing energy, kind of on the downturn. Page of Wands, fire sign energy. Got the lizard by the tail. Kind of a downturn. Give me some clarification on this page of Wands here. Ooh, went over here to this justice in reverse. Death. You're closing a significant cycle with somebody who did a great injustice towards you. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We got Sagittarius energy coming in pretty strong with that page of Wands. This could also be a page of Wands. It's in reverse. I have to tell you, it is in reverse, okay? This page of Wands is in reverse. So you have to be careful here, okay? Because here, you know, this owl has this lizard by the tail, you see, okay? So, you know, this is page of Wands, sort of like spinning a little bit of illusion. I say that because lizards are representative of dream time. They're that like kind of like illusory sort of space. This is in reverse, all right? If it were upright, you know, I wouldn't be concerned about this at all because, you know, all a lizard needs to do is just like release their tail and they're free, but it's quite a different predicament like this, okay? So there's somebody here who is coming forward to sort of like spin a certain narrative in a way. And I feel like you're meant to actually bring this to a close. I have to say, with death here on the scene, this is a situation where something needs to be brought to a closure and transformed here. And I don't know if I would trust this message that comes through, to be honest with you. There's a little bit of illusion here. There's a little bit of illusion here. Scorpio energy, very strong here. I think this is about leaving two behind. You may be deciding to leave 2 behind. This is interesting. You may actually have 2 opportunities, both connected to your past or old love stories. And you're like, I'm letting them both go. You might have a couple different options, a couple different choices to make, because let's remember that with the Lovers, in traditional tarot is about a choice. I feel like you're choosing yourself with the Fool. I don't think you're choosing between anyone. It's interesting. You're choosing yourself. Maybe that's why your Lilith placement is very significant. You are really like hell-bent on closing old cycles. I also feel like there's a little bit the way these 2 owls are laying here. It's giving me plain possum energy. It really is speaking of that. Like somebody is almost like playing, maybe this is a ruse. It's an injustice. You think maybe you 2 are playing nice, this person that used to be problematic in the past? It might be a ruse. You need to be kind of careful of this situation here. This person may also be telling you like, oh, that person that was a problem back there, I'm not involved with them anymore. It's a ruse. They're playing possum. This coming in, Libra, I think you would be wise to hold off from making any major choices in love. I feel like where you're meant to come into alignment, that's going to become very clear by you simply investing in yourself right now. What is this? Yeah, I mean, there's something really deep here that you're needing to heal with this 3 of Swords. Okay. Let me get some clarity on this for you, Libra. What is the right choice for Libra to make in terms of matters of the heart with this Venus conjunction going on? I know a new chapter is opening here. I think the new chapter that's opening here is that where you would have been quick to jump on an opportunity for somebody to come forward, or you would have thought you would have been like, I'm on it, like right now, you might have been more impulsive with this person in the past. You're not now. You're not now. And why? Oh, because you feel like there's a particular character that's still in the mix here. You do. You feel this influence. This just got thrown to the side. Queen of Cups energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Scorpio coming through pretty strongly. You are trusting your intuition in this regard. You could have a strong water sign placement in your chart. I also think that you feel like something's a little fishy here and you're not trusting it. Okay. This was thrown aside. So this is letting me know that you feel like there's an energy that you do not want to reconnect with in this situation. You know that it's something that's been problematic. You're not wanting to get kind of like pulled into a particular drama. This could be a situation where there's a tendency for this person to kind of pit different lovers against each other. And there may have been a really particularly difficult scenario that went down here that really makes it like not possible to move forward with a certain person in the mix, I have to say. I do have to say that. And this person is still hovering around. I think that this person's coming in and they're wanting some kind of new beginning. And they're assuring you that they're not in contact with this person that was problematic in the past. Or perhaps there's even, somebody, that you had a problem with in the past. Like it has like the vibe of like another lover or something, or an ex or something like that. And you thought it was cool. You thought, it was okay. Now it seemed like things were cool. There's possum energy here. There is. This is that trickster energy I was talking about. You need to be aware of this, okay? I would trust your intuition where you feel like, no, you know what? I'm cool. I would stick with that for the time being. Yep, look, Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, and it's really interesting the way the Nine of Wands came in. The Nine of Wands came in coming right across both the Lovers and the Fool. So if you really want to sort of like preserve this connection that you got, this new chapter in your love story, I do feel like you need to, you know, have good boundaries with these energies. I would not like necessarily buy what's coming through here. There's a little bit of a silver tongue nature coming through here. I have to tell you, Libra. You know, let me push it just a little bit more. Why is it wise for Libra to kind of like, you know, keep those boundaries with this energy? Why is it wise for Libra to hold the line with this energy? Oh, here comes the crossing energy. Oh, look at that. Because it will totally block what's supposed to come in for you with the Three of Wands, with the Six of Wands. And what do we got here? Knight of Swords. Okay? Knight of Swords, right? Knight of Swords upright. Do you see? There's a Knight of Swords, okay? So there is somebody that you are meant to connect with. Could have a strong air sign placement in their chart. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is your energy very strongly. There is something that's supposed to come in for you. But if you just automatically buy into whatever this, you know, fire sign character is bringing in here, and something in relation to like a messy situation that went down with like one of their other lovers or their ex, or in some cases, one of your friends that crossed a line, okay? You need to hold the line. Don't be duped in that situation. I think that you can have a gratitude. I think you genuinely feel this way, Libra. I think you learned a lot from that situation, even with as volatile and disruptive as it was. Okay. I think you learned a lot through it. And I do think you honestly feel gratitude for it. But there's some here that are playing possum that might just want to get you like roped back in under the guise that everything's cool. And then before you know it, you really got yourself in a mess. And what really is the true like victory for you, you know, with that Six of Wands and that new beginning coming in for you, that new view where finally it's like, okay, I get to move out of that shadow valley, you know, and I get to step into the valley of the sun. There's something here. There's something here that is really worth you, you know, standing up for. And it has everything to do with the challenges you've overcome. You notice with the Six of Wands here, you know, there's five hanging out in the background here. And they're ready to come back from the past. They want to fight, you know. They want to fight for their right to party, you know. They're like, no. In some cases, this is a bunch of sides. This is like some polyamorous dynamic, you know, and you don't want that. It's not what you're looking for. For those of you that do want that and you are cool with that, this is a situation where, you know, you're dealing with, it was a real messy polyamorous dynamic, okay? You know, to each their own. I call it polyagony. It's not for me. Yeah, look at this. There it is. Five of Wands. They're bringing the conflict, bringing the drama. You know, it's like you can't get sidelined by this. All it's going to do is it's going to block what's truly meant to align with you. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a goddess guidance card here for Libra. All right, stick to your guns, Libra. Just trust that you've made the right judgment calls there. Okay, made the right judgment calls. Got green Tara there. Okay, it's time for you to take action. Start delegating. All right, ask others to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So you know, where you do need to kind of like call in some support, you know, as you move through this challenging time. Call in the support of people that you really know you can count on, all right? Don't kind of like let people in that you know have already like done you dirty. That's not the people you need around you right now, because some people may be coming in acting like they're trying to help or assist when actually they're just wanting to run and tell that. They just want to know what's been going on. They want to gossip. They want to stir up more of this around you. Okay, so hold your counsel. Right? But where you are needing some support, where you feel like you need somebody to talk to or whatever, you know who to turn to in that regard. Okay. I do feel like there's somebody here that you do not trust and you don't want, you know, their input, you know, their involvement in a particular love story of yours, all right? And there's something here that you do need to maintain your boundaries around. It is in your best interest, I have to say, Libra. All right, let's see, what is this? What goddess is here to help Libra out? Yeah, this is a past life situation you're dealing with here. This is an old score, okay? You're really closing up a karmic loop, and that's why some of it may feel activating for you. It says this situation involves your past life memories. And for some of you, it's a memory of a lifetime when you were back in Egypt, okay? Egypt's been coming in pretty strongly recently, okay? Isis energy there. Yeah, so interesting. It could have been a mother-child dynamic in that past life. That's really interesting how that's playing out. Ooh, okay. Now it's a smothering dynamic. I don't know with this person's energy. I feel like this is speaking of the kind of like the nemesis energy. Woo! Ooh, you got true love landed on your 6 of Wands and the 3 of Wands here. So yeah, you need to hold this at bay, man. Okay? I'm telling you, don't go back there. Don't go back there. You don't need to go and straighten that out, okay? You can be grateful for the lessons and you can let something go in peace. You don't need to be attached to it. I don't feel that you are. I feel like you're really, you know, aware that you've dealt with a lot of outside interference. It's caused a lot of problems. And for some of you in a very sensitive area where it's like there was no business being this kind of stuff stirred up, especially around what you were navigating in terms of your love story, all right? It actually was something that became completely unacceptable. You needed to put boundaries down. You should maintain those boundaries. You know, anybody coming around trying to fish for information, you know, acting like they're there to help you when you know darn well those people were not there for you in the past and were actually part of the problem, you just need to hold your line. I'm not saying you have to be aggressive. You don't, okay? You don't need to stir up drama or problems, but you do need to really understand that some people that are going to come around, they're really just trying to save their own butt right now, because they know they got it wrong back there and they know it wasn't the right way to move and they don't want to take accountability. They'd rather just sweep it under the rug. Let's put a pretty facade on it. And you cannot have that in this kind of situation. There is something beautiful that wants to align for you here, Libra. It does. And this is like what you've been looking for. It is the real freaking deal with Guinevere here. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. But I'll tell you what, if you get sucked back into this, you're going to regret it because you'll cut it off at the pass. So trust your gut. Now's the time to maybe take a harder line than you normally would. And it may kind of disrupt things for other people. They're like, what is this? You know, they're used to being able to call the shots with you. But you really need to make it clear that this time you're mastering these gales, you're mastering these winds of change, and you're going to ride them in the way you choose, and you don't need their involvement for you to move ahead. You don't need another storm. You're breaking through to the other side, Libra.